I was there. The day Horus slew the Emperor. Among the Lunar Wolves, it was a story told often. A line repeated so many times it became a ritual. A joke to most, but not to Loken.
Go on then. Tell it properly.
We called it compliance. It wasn't. It was murder.
The 63rd Expedition Fleet had arrived at 6319, a human world that refused the Imperium's truth. They called their ruler the Emperor.
They claimed to be the true Imperium. They said terror was a myth.
For the Imperium, this was heresy. For Horus, it was something more complicated.
We will not annihilate them out of hand. They are human. They deserve the chance to understand their error.
This was Horus, newly made Warmaster. Not just a conqueror, but a ruler trying to prove he could be more.
They deny the Emperor. That is enough.
No. We will bring them to compliance, not destroy them.
It was a decision that defined him, and one that would echo far beyond this world.
They sent envoys. We sent envoys. And still, it went wrong.
The negotiations failed. Words became threats. Threats became violence.
It was a case of blood, from a mere misunderstanding.
Captain Hasta Sejanus of the 4th Company, beloved and respected by all, was sent to speak for the Imperium. He never returned.
They killed him.
I wish it hadn't come to this, but we will answer. We will avenge Hasta.
And just like that, diplomacy ended.
We went to war. Not because we had to, but because we failed.
The Lunar Wolves descended upon the false Emperor's stronghold, 6319. Bolter fire, chainswords, blood, compliance.
I saw him. The man they called Emperor.
And then came the moment that would become legend.
Horus killed the Emperor.
Not the Emperor of Terror, but a man who believed he was.
So that's it, Garvi. That's your grand tale.
No.
Because that wasn't the point.
You're missing it.
What mattered wasn't the kill, it was the misunderstanding.
They weren't monsters. They were us.
And in that moment, something subtle shifted. Garviel remembered Warmaster's words from earlier.
They are human. They deserve the chance to understand.
But they never got that chance.
We failed them.
And no one, not even Horus, would admit it. At the height of the Great Crusade, at the moment of mankind's greatest expansion, the Imperium had already begun to make mistakes. Or was it always like this? Built on mistakes, small ones, justified ones, necessary ones. The kind that grow into heresy. And far from this battlefield, something else was already waiting, watching, gnawing. Samus. The war on 6319 should have been over, compliance achieved, enemy broken. But the Lunar Wolves were not done, because something had survived, deep beneath the surface, in the Whisperheads.
What is this place?
A structure older than the Imperium, older than memory, carved into the rock like a wound.
No readings, Captain. Vox is unstable.
Stay sharp. We move in.
They entered as soldiers. They would not leave as they came. Loken.
Who said that?
There was no one there, only darkness. Loken.
Form up. Weapons ready.
Then it came, not as a man, not as a Xenos, but as something wrong. It was his comrade, Xavier Jubal, sergeant of the Hellebore Tactical Squad of 10th Company under the command of Captain Loken. But it looked nothing like him. It was more of a raging carcass of a deceased beast, rotting yet living, a sight which was impossible to ascertain even in thoughts, let alone right in front of Captain Loken's very own eyes.
I am Samus.
It wore flesh like a disguise, twisted, broken, mocking life itself.
Samus is here.
Open fire!
Bolter shells tore through Jubal, or what once was Jubal. It did not die.
Samus is the man beside you.
It moved through them, between them, inside them.
It's inside.
Samus will gnaw on your bones.
Kill it! Kill it!
But how do you kill something that does not obey reality?
Samus is all around you.
Men died, not cleanly, not in battle, but torn apart, by something they could not understand, something they thought was one of their own.
Fall back. Regroup.
And then, silence. The raging beast succumbed and fell lifeless.
What was that?
No one answered, because no one knew. The Imperium had no word for it, no doctrine, no explanation. Or was the Imperium hiding something? Loken was too shook to understand or make sense of it, because this was not an enemy he knew, not the kind of war he fought. This was the warp. When Loken reported what he had seen, he did not receive answers. He received dismissal.
It was a Xenos breed, nothing more.
No, it wasn't.
Then what are you saying it was?
I don't know.
And that was the most dangerous truth of all, because the Imperium did not allow ignorance. It replaced it with certainty.
Then forget it. We move on.
We lost men.
We always lose men.
And just like that, it was buried. The first encounter, the first warning, the first lie.
Samus is here.
And no one, not even Horus, understood what they had just faced. After 6319, the war moved on. But for Garviel Loken, something had changed. Not in the galaxy, but in how he saw it. At the heart of the Lunar Wolves stood the Mournival, 4 captains, advisors to the Warmaster, not generals, not servants, but voices. Ezekyle Abaddon, Tarik Torgadon, Horus Aximand, and once, Hasta Sejanus. Sejanus was dead, and his place was empty.
You're thinking too much, Loken. I'm thinking just enough. That's the problem.
Torgadon laughed easily. Where Abaddon was iron, Torgadon was fire.
The Warmaster has chosen.
Chosen?
For the Mournival.
No.
Yes?
I'm not Sejanus.
No one is.
That was the truth of it. Sejanus could not be replaced, only succeeded.
You were there, Loken. You saw what happened.
I saw failure.
Exactly.
That was why Horus had chosen him. Because Loken questioned, because he doubted, because he saw what others ignored. The Warmaster summoned him.
Garviel Loken,
My lord.
you wonder why I have chosen you.
Yes.
Good.
Horus did not want agreement. He wanted truth.
I have warriors enough. I have killers enough. What I need are men who will speak freely.
Even if that means disagreeing with you?
Especially then. My father, the Emperor, did not surround himself with yes-men.
There was something unspoken in that line.
Do you believe I can serve you in that way?
I believe you already do.
And just like that, Garviel Loken became one of the most powerful voices in the Imperium, let alone on the Warmaster's fleet. Not because he was the strongest, but because he was willing to question.
So, Mournival, eh?
It would seem so.
Don't worry. We'll make a mess of you yet.
This is not a joke.
It's always a joke.
Not always.
4 men. Abaddon, strength. Torgadon, spirit. Aximand, reason. Loken, conscience. 4 perspectives. Together, they shaped the Warmaster. And in time, they would fail him. Because far ahead, a different empire awaited, not one built on war, but on understanding. The Interex. Far from terror, the 63rd expedition encountered something unexpected. Not an enemy, not a rebellion, but a human civilization that had survived on its own. The Interex. For the first time in the Great Crusade, Horus did not arrive as a conqueror, but as an equal.
I greet you on behalf of the Emperor of Mankind, beloved by all, and in the name of the Imperium of Terror.
On behalf of the Society of the Interex, I accept your greetings and return them.
No weapons raised, no threats spoken, only caution.
For purposes of clarity and comprehension, we will be needing you to hand in your weapons.
It is disconcerting.
For clarity.
Then let us be natural, if this is your way.
They were not primitive, not fractured, not waiting to be saved. They were advanced.
They will not comply.
They are willing to open relations, but not to join us.
Then they are in error.
We will not make war here.
We can.
And I am saying, we shouldn't.
That was the divide. The Imperium demanded unity. The Interex chose independence.
Maybe they fear us.
Maybe they're right.
And for the first time, the Imperium was being judged.
The Interex have built a society that diverges from the Emperor's design.
Perhaps the Emperor's design is too stringent.
The room fell silent. A joke, but not entirely.
The Emperor's will is not open to interpretation.
But Horus said nothing. The Interex showed them their culture, their history, their understanding of the galaxy.
Welcome to our museum. These are some of our culture's most potent weapons.
They keep them displayed?
As reminders.
Among them was something different.
This is an anathema.
A blade, simple in form, but wrong.
It is dangerous.
How?
It carries corruption.
The Interex understood something the Imperium did not. Chaos. And watching all of this was one man. Erebus.
A fascinating culture.
But his interest was not in peace. It was in the blade. For a moment, it seemed possible that the Imperium and the Interex could coexist.
We can learn from them.
That this could be different. But it wouldn't be, because even as peace was being forged, betrayal had already begun. Peace was within reach. For the first time, the Imperium had found equals. Understanding was possible. But it only takes one act to destroy everything. It began quietly, a fire.
The Hall of Devices is burning.
Then came the accusation.
You have betrayed us.
The Lunar Wolves were summoned, not as allies, but as suspects.
You came here in peace, and repay us with murder?
What is it you think we have done?
Petty murder. The hall burns. Acheroth is dead. Weapons have been stolen.
We have done nothing.
But the damage was already done.
You could have asked. You had no need to kill.
There was no trust left, only suspicion.
Something's wrong. This isn't right. No, it isn't. This is bad.
Take me to the Hall of Devices. No, Warmaster. We get you to safety. Now!
The hall was burning. Flames devoured knowledge. Smoke choked the sky.
Have you not sinned enough?
What is it you think we have done?
Acheroth is dead. The hall is burning. You stole from us.
We have done nothing.
But truth no longer mattered.
They feared us from the start. Now this. They'll believe they were right. They are men, like us.
Enemy warriors approaching!
Enemy?
And just like that, they became the enemy.
Fall back, regroup. With me, move!
Arrows, bolter fire, screams, men who could have been allies, now killing each other.
Hold! In the name of the Emperor of Mankind!
No one listened, because it was already too late.
Their mistake. Their damn mistake. Not ours. If they're going to fear us, then let us give them reason. For the Emperor!
Lupercal, Lupercal! Lupercal,
And the war began. In a single night, everything was lost.
This is a tragedy.
But not an accident, because far from the fire, in the shadows,
A fine thing.
the blade was in his hands, the anathema, the weapon that would one day kill a god. And Horus never even knew who had truly betrayed him. The war ended as quickly as it began. The Interex were broken, their cities burned, their knowledge lost. And with them, a chance.
It didn't have to happen like this. No, it didn't. We could have learned from them.
They were wrong.
Were they?
They denied the Emperor.
So did we. Once.
That was the truth no one wanted to face. As Chthonians, they once opposed the Imperium as well, long before the Great Crusade.
Careful, Garvi. That's a dangerous line of thought.
Maybe it should be.
The Warmaster withdrew. Victory had been achieved, but it did not feel like victory.
They were not our enemies.
They became so.
No, we made them.
For a moment, Horus saw it clearly.
They had something we did not.
My lord?
Understanding.
But clarity does not last.
My Warmaster.
What is it, Erebus?
The Interex were flawed. They kept dangerous things and thought themselves above corruption.
They understood something we do not.
Or perhaps they feared shadows that hold no power.
A seed planted carefully.
You believe that?
I believe the Emperor has given you truth, my lord. And truth needs no equal.
Doubt meets certainty, and certainty begins to win. The 63rd expedition moved on. Interex is now a chapter in the vast history of the Imperium of Man. Another world, another compliance, another victory in the name of the Great Crusade. But something had changed. A question had been asked.
They were not our enemies.
And it had not been answered. Far from here, plans were already in motion. The anathema blade had been taken. The trap had been set.
All is proceeding as it must.
The Warmaster of the Imperium stood at the height of his power, respected, admired, unquestioned, and already falling. Next, Davin,